Hello, my brothers and sisters. We are back. I pray everyone's having a good day today. So, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Last week, there was a lot going on last week, and then a few days after that, I actually just now dropped a short over this dream that I had of Jesus. I just dropped a short, y'all, so go check it out. And the timing of everything that I'm about to talk about is just weird, man. Because God told me that I was entering a new season, right? I heard new season, and not just for me. This is for a lot of people, y'all. So not just me. Like, it's a new season for a lot of people, and quite literally, the season is literally changing right now from summer to fall. So, what are the odds, right? And then, so as God is saying that we're entering this new season, I get sick, like really bad. Before that, I get hit with like a lot of, just like a lot of other things, man, and then I have this dream of Jesus. Then I learn to conquer some very particular fears. Then I start seeing demons. So, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. That just went kind of like off track a little bit, man, but there is a lot of things that are connecting this month and last month. And I wanted to address these things. So, we'll just start from the top. This new season that we're entering in, I think it's a season of confrontation. Healthy confrontation. I think it's a season of boldness. I think it's a season of letting things go. I think it's a season of maturity and change. And all that being said, there's hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to look at something real quick. There's actually something that caught my attention. I was at the store the other day, and I saw this shirt. It said, "Same game, different levels. Same hell, different devils." So it's like I feel like when you move up in life and spiritually and all that, you're getting closer to Christ. I feel like that statement is literally true, man. There's some things that I've seen this month, y'all, that I've like never seen before. So, what I'm trying to say is, like, you're going to start to notice change whenever you become closer to Christ, whenever you start doing what you're supposed to be doing, whenever you adopt some responsibility. Like, when you take on responsibility, you're moving in life, you're doing what God's telling you, you're being obedient. And so what's happened this month is like, I got really sick, man, really sick. I ended up pulling my neck really bad, y'all. My eyesight was going out and everything, man. It was crazy. I went to the ER like twice. Then after that, then I had that dream of Jesus. I had that dream of Jesus, y'all. The one that I dropped a short on today. Then I started seeing things. And let me address the sickness real quick, y'all. The sickness was intense. It was so intense. I was nauseous. I was throwing up. My eyesight was going away, so I was terrified, y'all. I thought I was having like an aneurysm or something. So that was weird. And I came to the terms like, oh yeah, you have a lot of nerves back here. This is like the central nervous system. So I couldn't believe that me just pulling my neck like that, my eyesight was going out and everything, man. So that was very scary. That was one of the worst sicknesses I've ever dealt with, aside from COVID, which was intense. This is like the second one. This is like right underneath that. This is like 1 and 2. It was like so coming out of that sickness, y'all, and I really, really learned to trust God because it sucked. I was in so much pain, you guys. I was in so much pain, man, physically. My neck was killing me. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And then I was just like praying to God, like, man, God, like, I hope this sickness ends. And then after I started feeling better, I was like stretching all that, feeling better, doing some like light neck exercises. Then about a week later, I have this dream of Jesus, y'all. And the dream was beautiful. I dreamt that I saw him. I saw Christ. I can't say it any other way. He's beautiful. He was smiling. He had this green robe on with like this red trim, kind of like Christmas, right? So I'm like, wow, God, like, oh, I wonder what that means, like, I wonder what that means. Maybe it's going to be a good holiday season for a lot of people. Maybe people are getting healed. Then, guys, after seeing that dream, there's more details in the short. But after seeing that dream, after having that dream, then I started seeing like these weird black figures, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now. So about 3 to 4 days after the dream, I started seeing black figures around my bedroom. So I'm an artist, right? As I'm painting my picture, I'm like painting, and then I'm like this, like looking at my door, like, what is going on? So like my door's cracked open, right? My main bedroom door, this door right here behind me, the door's cracked open, and like I swear, y'all, I see something do this. And I'm just like, I'm facing this way, my painting, my door's behind me, and I'm like, what? Like my peripheral catches it, right? As I'm painting, I'm like, what? And so that happens 3 times. First time I was like, okay, it's just my imagination. Second time I was like, what? And then the third time I was like, dude, okay, I'm seeing something black do this, like peek in my door. And it's like, what? So I go to my door, I'm like, look around, I don't see nothing. And I should have known better. Because I actually did see something like 2 months ago scurry across the hallway, a black figure, human-like figure. And at the moment, it didn't dawn on me because I've never had stuff like that, like I've never seen things like that. But I've definitely heard things. Y'all, I've heard things, and that's another video. That's a separate video. I got a lot to talk about, man. So I see this black thing go across the hallway. This was a few months ago. This is before it even dawned on me. I thought it was just my imagination. I was like, whatever. I thought it was like a shadow, my brother or something. Until I realized that my brother never left his room. So I was like, okay, that was weird. So that was the first time. The second time was seeing that thing like do this, right? Like behind my door. Then, you guys, the same night as I'm painting, I have my blinds open. I could see outside, right? And I just so happened to look outside, right? As I'm painting, I just like kind of like cracked my neck like this a little bit, looked outside. Bro, I see this like the same figure, but it's not black though. Now it's like a fleshy color, like a pink fleshy color, run across the neighbor, across the street yard, right? It runs across the neighbor's yard, the guy who's across the street from us. And I'm painting, and I'm like, and then the thing just like vanishes. It just vanishes into like thin air, you guys. And I was sitting there painting, and I was like, I thought I was going crazy, man. So I've never seen things like this. So I ended up talking to my family. My mom has seen stuff, y'all. Man, dude. So after I talked to my mom, I felt better, because I'm like, Mom, I just saw something, and she believed me, and she believed me just like that. I told my brother believed me too. My brother joined in on the conversation. And then you guys, right after I see those things, now, oh man, I didn't get consent from my brother about this. I didn't even ask him. I didn't even think about this. So I don't know if I should say this or not. Gosh. Okay, I'll say it. I won't say his name, and I won't say his girlfriend's name either. But right after I see these black figures and the flesh color one run across the street, like, gosh, maybe like 2 days later, I can't remember the exact time, but like 2 days later, my brother's girlfriend, she has a spiritual attack. And something at night, we're going to say a demon, grabs her feet and like does this, like pulls her feet. And she's also seeing the same black figures that I saw, but these ones are taking like a different action. The ones I saw were doing this and they're like ran across the street. The ones that my brother's girlfriend saw, she said they were like crawling up on the wall, man, like in the corner, you know, like I was like, oh my gosh. So you guys, going back to what I said originally, the change in season, it's obviously not just, you know, with Mother Nature. Coincidentally enough, yeah, we're going from summer to fall. Yeah, I do find that weird too. But it's also spiritually, it's mentally, it's emotionally, it's thoughtly. There's all these spiritual attacks that are happening right now. Now, why, you guys? Why the change in season right now? I don't know. I'm still praying about that. If anybody has an idea, drop it in the comments, man. What's going on right now? What's a lot of weird things, man. You know, my goodness. So, what on earth, man? Give me a second, y'all. I'm actually looking at something real quick. I'm trying to figure out what these things are. Like, if anybody else, I mean, like, I know people have seen them, but I'm just so weird. Like, I'm so weirded out by this. But, like, look at this. Look, so check out what Google says. So I keyed in black demons people see, right? And then here's an answer here. What are black smoke-like spirits or demons, you know, that hover over it, and then it's like dot, 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 you know, it's like, dude, that's exactly like the same description that I'm talking about, man. It's like this black silhouette, but it's not like a hard human silhouette. It's not hard. It's like misty almost, you know? Dude, this is interesting, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Same game, different levels. Same hell, different devils. Whenever you move up, dude, stuff is gonna happen. But like, don't be scared though, you know? It's because Satan's mad. Satan hates you, and we hate him back. We hate him back, man. Like, look at this, man. Look, appearance, often seen as dark, shapeless masses or human-like silhouettes. Sometimes with red eyes. I've heard that before. Sometimes with red eyes. My mom has said that. That's crazy, bro. Look at this. Look at this movement. This is all from Google. This is right here on Google. Movement known to move between walls or glide rapidly, sometimes appearing on an invisible track. Okay, I haven't seen them move through walls yet, but I'm pretty sure they do because, like I said, that thing ran across the street. You know, like, so. Yeah. They move against. They move through walls. Look at this, bro. This is crazy. Look at this. Often accompanied by a feeling of dread, being watched, or a presence standing behind the observer. That is exactly what I was talking about. I was painting. I'm facing, not directly, but I'm facing kind of like this angle right here. and my peripheral catches the door. Like, it catches the door. You know, I was like, what, dude? Like, bro. So clearly people have seen like the same exact things I'm talking about, because the description is right here. The description is right here, man. Like, and guys, this is on Google. I'm not saying use Google, don't, you know, but you know, if you're just like wondering about this stuff like I am, like, look at this, you know. If you're experiencing fear, anxiety, or other concerning symptoms, talking to a doctor or therapist can provide clarity and support. So again, bro, like, that leads to like mental health, you know, like all that stuff, fear, anxiety. That's exactly what these things are, bro. These things, these demons that we're seeing, man, they're fear, their anxiety, their depression, their bad thoughts, all that stuff. And all that stuff that we deal with, bro, is all demons. These are all demons, you guys. And we need to cast these things out, man. Because why would you want to live with that stuff, right? Golly, this is weird. And you know, guys, I've never looked at stuff like this, like on the internet, you know, like I've never Googled like black demons, like that people see, like black silhouette demons, like, bro. But not, I mean, this is crazy. Black demons. So, anyways, I get sick, right? God tells me it's a change in season. I have a dream of Jesus. Then I start seeing some paranormal activity. We'll just call it that, right? Demons. You know, my brother's girlfriend gets attacked. It's like, what on earth, man? And you know what? A buddy of mine, like, I told my friends about like the things that's happening right now to me, and then he was like, dude, Zion, do you think that those black figures you're seeing are the demons leaving you because you're becoming pure? Do you think they're the demons that are leaving you? So now they're just kind of like lurking around. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if that's true, but that makes sense though. Is that biblical? That makes sense. And yes, that is biblical. Like, you know, when you cast out demons, you know, they're not going to be in your temple no more. So they're going to want somewhere to go. But at the same time, they're not allowed here, bro. They're not allowed here in our house. So, you know, so that's why we anointed the house afterwards. And when my friend said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes perfect sense. There are probably demons that were inside me, or maybe somebody else, you know, close to around her. I don't know, man. But like, hearing that though, he got me thinking, man. It's like, dude. So that was amazing. You know, I'm so glad I talked to one of my buddies about that. So, yeah, I mean, that's like, oh my goodness, what on earth? So guys, just wanted to address this, man. If anybody's going through this, don't think you're crazy. You are not crazy. If you're seeing stuff, you're not crazy, bro. Because like, I've seen things now, which I never have in the past. And I didn't lose it. I was like, okay, I'm not hallucinating. I'm not imagining. I'm seeing stuff. The weird thing, you guys, is I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared, like, seeing these things, like, all these weird actions, you know. I wasn't scared, man, because I got Christ. I got Ephesians 6 on all the time. I put on Ephesians 6 like 3 times a day, man, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I mean? Literally. And I put on Jesus from the inside out to keep me protected, you know. So I wasn't afraid. But, which is also weird that I wasn't afraid, because I've dealt with a lot of fear in the past, y'all. I've dealt with a lot of fear, man. Like, stuff that's like unbearable, you know. I guess because that's just how bad my mind was untrained. But now that I'm trained up, I'm a Spartan, right? We got to become warriors, man. So I wasn't afraid of these things, you know. So, and I was just thanking God that I wasn't afraid. I was like, Lord, thank you. And then I even went to my door and opened it further, see if anything's out there, man. You know, I didn't see nothing else right there at that exact moment. But So yeah, y'all, it's just, I mean, I just had to get this out, you know. So if anybody's out there going through this, if anybody out there is going through like sickness and then like having dreams, then you're seeing things, like having weird thoughts, like, don't think you're alone, because you're far from alone. So I wanted to address this, maybe to put some people's mind at ease. And, you know, guys, and all credit to Holy Spirit for no fear, for giving us the strength to fight back against these things, man. So guys, after that, you know, we were seeing these black things, these black human-like figures running around the house. Me and the fam got together, we prayed, got some oil, blessed the oil, anointed the oil, you know, and then we we cover the doors with oil, right? Swipe the windows, everything, man. Bedrooms, bathrooms, even the mirrors, y'all. Even the mirrors. And no, that's not a conspiracy. Even the mirrors. So you guys, I hope everyone's staying safe. I hope everyone's doing good. Again, drop y'all's comments, man. If anybody's going through something, we'll pray for each other. We are all a family. So since we're all children of God, we're all a family, and we have to look out for each other. So you're not alone. You're never alone. All right. So I love you guys. We're in the video right here, and we have a bunch. There's a lot more videos coming out, y'all. There's a lot. I don't do videos every day because I'm also a full-time college student, right? So I will try to drop a video to the best of my ability whenever I have time, all right? So I love y'all. Stay in prayer. Stay prayed up, man. Put Ephesians 6 on every day. No fear. Fear is done.